A few years ago, I'd been given the job of making a cross to stand in the church for the Good Friday service. There were some old weathered bridge beams lying outside which were to be used in landscaping the church grounds. I chose one the size of two railway sleepers joined together for the upright and a shorter length for the crossbeam. I pulled the crossbeam into position on the upright, but then realised that even 6-inch nails were not going to be long enough and they would need notching out. And my small handsaw was not up to it, but then I noticed the local fire brigade across the road cleaning their truck after a practice. They nearly finished and said they would come over. In spite of the noise of their chainsaw ringing in my ears, the vision of uniformed men in helmets swinging their axes and fitting the crossbeam transported me to another Friday across 2,000 years. They left and I trimmed up the joint with hammer and chisel. I managed to drag the crossbeam into the church, but I could barely move the upright. Over in the schoolyard, a lad was doing tricks on his BMX. I wasn't game to ask, "Will you carry my cross for me?" but mumbled on about bad backs and old age. There were no screams when I drove in the nails, at least none outside my imagination. Then, with the crossbeam secured in place, we prepared a block and tackle for the hard part. We made a good job of pulling off some wall lining, but the cross had not moved. The confidence of youth then took over. With an almighty heave, he got the cross up to his shoulder, and then with arms outstretched on the crossbeam, he slammed it up against the wall. I can still remember his long white arms illuminated by the sun shining through the side window. And just for a moment, it seemed he hung from the cross rather than supporting it. He didn't want a cuppa, but then went back to his BMXing. Did this latter-day Cyrenian know the Easter story? Possibly. But he knew the Easter message. It's about helping others and making sacrifices, whether our time, effort, or life itself. For when we do, we also rise up.